We have Chicago Bears updates as we now know the teams that are interested in Jaylon Johnson. We also have update to Jaquan Brisker, and Matt Eberflus has already said that Tyson Bagent will start in Week 9 for the Chicago Bears. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content. So we now know that Tyson Bagent will be starting Week 9 against the Saints. Matt Eberflus said it today. Now, what that means for Justin Fields as far as injury or anything like that, that remains to be seen. But Tyson Bagent will start against the Saints again. And so, it is what it is, right? I don't still think that there's any type of QB controversy brewing. I think that this is just another sign that Justin Fields is not ready to go, right? And I know that we have talked about it before, right? That grip strength in his hand is the biggest thing there. And keep in mind, the Chicago Bears could have put Justin Fields on the injury reserve list. It seems like they avoided doing that just in case he's able to come back sooner. But I think this is all part of the plan when it comes to Justin Fields and his recovery, that they didn't really expect for him to come back anytime soon. So we now know, no questions. We can get that eliminated now as we go forth into the week of practice. Tyson Bagent will be the starter Week 9 against the New Orleans Saints. Now, we also got an update on Jaquan Brisker. Matt Eberflus also saying that Jaquan Brisker is officially in concussion protocol. So, what that means, the last player that we had in concussion protocol was Roshan Johnson, and he ended up missing 2 games. So we don't know if Jaquan Brisker is going to be back next week or not, but if he's in concussion protocol, that means he's going to have benchmarks that he's going to have to hit before he can even considering coming back to football for the Chicago Bears. So that's another thing there. But the more interesting thing that came out earlier today, kind of right after I dropped the daily episode, which is always when this news hits, is teams that are interested in Jaylon Johnson. So what we've heard is that the 49ers are very interested in bringing in Jaylon Johnson. We also hear that Dallas and Buffalo are also interested in the services of Jaylon Johnson when it comes down to it. Now, what do they have to offer? The San Francisco 49ers probably have the best package to offer when it comes to a deal. When you look at it, they have 6 picks in the first 4 rounds of next year's draft and 10 overall picks. So if what's rumored that the Chicago Bears are probably looking for a similar package that they got back for Roquan Smith in a Jaylon Johnson deal, which they got Roquan, they got a 2nd and a 5th round pick back for Roquan Smith. So if they're looking for something similar to that, as is rumored when it comes to Jaylon Johnson, the San Francisco 49ers are best equipped to really offer a considerable amount of picks for a 24-year-old cornerback who's not even entering the prime of his career yet. So when it comes down to it, the 49ers will probably be the ideal landing spot and trade partner for the Chicago Bears in a Jaylon Johnson deal just because of what they're able to offer. And, you also, he gets to join a team and a defense that he would absolutely be able to thrive in. The defense of the San Francisco 49ers is legit, right? And so, listen, it is what it is when it comes down to it. We'll see, like I said, as far as the Cowboys and Buffalo, maybe if Ryan Poles wants to send Jaylon Johnson to an AFC team instead of an NFC team, maybe Buffalo can creep in there. But really, the 49ers have the best deal potentially on paper to be able to offer for Jaylon Johnson. Are they going to be willing to meet what Ryan Poles would want? Well, we got about 24 hours until we find out. So once we that deal either goes down or not, we'll definitely break it down here. You guys know, like I said, we're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related, so we'll be breaking it down. And let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in the number of picks that the San Francisco 49ers have, or do you think a team like Dallas or a team like Buffalo would actually have a better package to offer when it comes down to it? I don't think they're going to get any better than what they can potentially get from the 49ers. That's my opinion. Doesn't mean that that's true. We've seen weirder things happen in regards to it. Look at what we had other teams pegged that can give us the best offer for our number 1 pick and end up the Carolina Panthers slid in there. So we now know that 3 contenders, teams that are trying to go forth and try to win a Super Bowl, are now interested in Jaylon Johnson. Does that mean that we should possibly look to keep him, as I've been saying? But when it comes to Ryan Poles, he's already said it as well. A deal would have to make sense for both sides for them to come to a contract extension agreement with Jaylon Johnson, which points to maybe there is a pretty big gap between what the player wants and what the team's willing to offer. And if that's the case, we could very well see Jaylon Johnson on the move here within the next 24 hours. Let me know what you guys think on all that, as always, down below. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you follow the show at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. And lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related, thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, but bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.